800 IDP camps. I repeat, 800 IDP camps just within a period of 20 months under this cursed Muslim ticket of Tinubu and Shetima in southern part of Nigeria. Something that has never happened before. In the southeast, nothing less than 500 IDP camps. In the southwest, within the axis of Ekiti, Ondo, and Oyo, nothing less than 300 IDP camps have been established. Because the Muslim ticket has only done one thing: validated the official incursions of the Fulani marauders into the southern part of the Nigeria. When the likes of Sunday Igboho, when the likes of Simon Ekpa, and when the likes of Nnamdi Kanu are out of the scene, these names that are mentioned are warriors. These names are mentioned are nightmare to these marauders called Fulani'S. But somehow the Fulani'S went into some unholy negotiations with our southern politicians who have sold them out. Sunday Igboho can no longer speak up. He has been bought over. Imagine Nnamdi Kanu, because he has insisted that he will not sell his conscience. He will not sell out his people over some worldly gains or short-term gains in a country that is never meant to work, called Nigeria. He is still being held unjustly in the prison, in the custody of the DSS. And of course, we know what is going on regarding Simon Ekpa. How Simon Ekpa was framed, lied upon by the Nigerian government. Because those guys are out of the scene, we can see that the Fulani incursion have been swelling up, has been expanding, and now we just in less than 20 months, we have over 800 IDP camps across the southern Nigeria. This is a record that was never there. The Muslim ticket only identifies and indicates something that is instructive to the Northerners, that we are the only ones that can ensure and that can only do it. It is only the Northerners that can ensure that the Muslim ticket provides the president of this country. Because this country, as it were, has been Islamized. Potentially, whether you like it or not, the country called Nigeria has been Islamized. Otherwise, why are we a member of the Islamic Organization Councils or countries? At the beginning of this administration of Tinubu, Nigeria went into the Islamic Organization Committee, and then we represented, because they asked all the countries to present the official language they want to be identified as, and Nigeria wrote down Arabic. You know, the Hausas and the Fulani were trying to defend themselves that, no, this is Ajamin. There's a word they call Ajamin that the Hausa write. What is the root of Ajamin? What is the affiliation of Ajamin and Arabia? It is the same. It is 95% the same. The same words you find in the Holy Quran or any comprehension, any letter written in Arabic is almost the same thing with Ajamin. This is the official language the government of Tinubu represented or presented to the IOC. That we can see that today, in so many nations, Nigeria are now being banned and disallowed. They are being shadow banned because the country has been seen as a country that has no sympathy and no regard for Christians. A country whereby in its constitution, the only religion that has a role, that has a say, that has defense, when I mean defense, federal defense in terms of legislature, is the Nigerian constitution, where in section 175, if I'm not mistaken, the Sharia was defended. And the Sharia was stealthily injected into the constitution, wherein nobody can question whatever establishment of the Sharias we want to do, whether it be Sharia panel or Sharia court. Nobody can question it because they at the Fulani'S knew what they wanted. And indeed, I must confess that under this administration, that indeed the South might get swallowed. The things that we never expected to happen are now happening. We are now seeing the king of our world now bowing down to the Fulani'S. We can now see that even in Emboldens, the Fulani'S are now taking over farmlands. In Andoni, Enugu State, in the past 12 months, we know how many incessant attacks that have been going on there, and not one single arrest has been made to catch those perpetrators. In fact, the only man in the last 20 months since the beginning of this administration that tried to save his life, and in that process, unfortunately, unalive the Fulani man has just bagged. He actually bagged a death sentence. So you see that the intentionality, the clarity of thought that these people from the north have, that let us take away Sunday Igboho. When we do that, the Yoruba's consciousness will be off. Let us take Nnamdi Kanu. We know how Nnamdi Kanu has been fighting the system. We know how the court, actually released Nnamdi Kanu. They vindicated him, told him, listen, you are acquitted, pay your bill and leave. But we know how the Fulani under Buhari use the federal might to say that you go nowhere. You are still a threat to the peace of this nation. Nnamdi Kanu is not a threat to my peace as a Yoruba man. Nnamdi Kanu is not a threat to the peace of an ordinary Biron man in Plateau State, in Benue State. Nnamdi Kanu is not a threat to the peace of an Ibibio man or an Efik man. Nnamdi Kanu will forever be a problem to the north because their intention towards the south has always been to usurp the resources, to conquer the southerners, be you Yoruba, be you Igbo, and even the Middle Beltans. Their intention has always been to conquer, to subjugate, and then to step on our earth while we become an epic slave to them, just as we see that the Hausas today are now under the command and control of the Fulani'S across all the northern states. It is very, very disturbing that within a period of almost 2 years, nothing less than 500 to 800 IDP camps has been identified across the south. It is scary. Let us listen to the words of my brother, what he has to say, because he stays in the southeast.
The Fulani herdsmen, who are terrorists as they call them, herdsmen, in the southeast. They are the greatest opposition I have, because a lot of people confront me and they told me that that is not true. That these people are not the major people terrorizing in the southeast. But I said, from all angles, we discovered that, yes, we believe that they are indigenous people who are kidnapping, but the rate is not up to 10% to be compared with what the activities of Fulani's that are unchecked. That is where the problem comes. They are unchecked, okay? These activities are unchecked. Now today, jihadist herdsmen account for 80% of killings in the southeast. Jihadist herdsmen account for 80% of the killings in the southeast. Enugu, Imo are the worst hit states. Report. Now, I started going down to understand, okay, let me know where this report is coming from. And it reads that an investigative report has shown that jihadist Fulani herdsmen are responsible for an estimated 80% of killings in Nigeria's southeast region. Okay, now the second paragraph said that the report by the International Society for Civil Liberties and Rule of Law, Inter-Society. So I started digging into the reports of the Inter-Society, this firm. I started understanding their statistics before. Is it okay? Are these people, do they do their research well? I discovered that yes, these people have been excellent in their report and their research so far. Now, the reason why this video is very important to me because I have been vindicated. Now, time without number, anytime they said, oh, it is the people who are agitating, it is ESN, I used to use one statement. I said, once you are pointing finger at the wrong place, the real people who are committing this thing will be boosted. They will have morale. They will have the impetus to go and do more. Why? Because the atrocities they are committing, it is the wrong people you are pointing fingers to. And that is the reason why when I saw, there was a video that was circulating online where someone, a journalist was there saying, look at the scores on ground. These are the activities of ESN. I said, that is not how to do a report because you just face camera. You talk what you want. No. Where is your proof? Where is your research? You see, in this life, there is nothing hidden that will never come out to the limelight. If you like, use money to subdue through your report every truth. Make people believe in your lies. It will not last forever. Now, why is it that this report is important? This is because right from time, they lied to you that IPOB, ESN, these are the people committing atrocities in the Southeast. They lied to you. Big lie. They lied to you. The truth is coming out. I especially have been vindicated because most of people said the challenges they have with me is because the Fulani'S are not terrorizing in the Southeast. I said that is a big lie. Most of the time they block road in Imo State, they block road in Anambra, they block road in Enugu. Nobody will pass. These people have taken over the Southeast. There is no region in Nigeria that is exempted as I speak to you now. Now, that is not the only thing. As I speak to you, issues on local government in Eamofu, bandits are occupying schools there. For you to understand the level of dominion they have dominion. But the question is, your governors, is it that they don't know? They know. They are colluding. That is the simple way to use to pass this puzzle. It's a puzzle. How can this thing be happening? Your governors know what are they doing? In other words, they are colluding. Look at what happened in Emboldens State the other day. So, let us understand this report very well, okay? Now, it continues that according to the report, the jihadist group have killed approximately 300 Christians in the first quarter of 2025 alone. This is terrible. 16 persons were killed the other day in Uromi. The whole nation is on rage. But 300 Christians in the first quarter of 2025 have been killed. Now, a notable incident occurred on February 2nd, 2025 in the Nkalaha area of Ishelu local government in Ebonyi State, where at least 20 individuals were allegedly hacked to death in an open attack, according to the report. That is what happened in Ebonyi State. We are aware of it. We saw the video after they killed the dead bodies, when police was guiding those dead bodies. Okay, now, they say the report also implicated the Nigerian military, accusing them of extrajudicial killing. I have about 8 videos of it where people call them during my live session to tell me how Nigerian police will meet people, they will tag them IPOB and kill them. Some of them, they will whisk them away. You will never see them again, okay? Some of them, they took them to the north. And remember that I reported to you when flood happened in Borno State, they brought out some persons out of the prison, they shot them. I reported everything that happens, okay? If you have been following me, there is nothing that will happen about insecurity that you will ask questions, how did it happen? Because I will just be giving you the report step by step. Now, it continued that the report alleges that between January to March 2025, the military was responsible for at least 200 deaths under the pretense of neutralizing members of the Eastern Security Network, ESN, and the indigenous people of Biafra. Now, this is what I want to say here. I might be wrong on this, okay? Now, the military saying they are neutralizing ESN, all those people, no, that is not true. They make sure they neutralize the youths who will be able to stand up against the jihadists. Now, if they are neutralizing the ESN, what happened to bandits? As I speak to you, if you say I am lying, I want you to go there and do video, and I'll give you ₦1 million. If you can go there and do video of the primary school that I will tell you, the particular primary school, the area that the jihadists are occupying in Enugu State, I will give you ₦1 million. If you can go there and do video without losing your life. This is a very serious matter, but people are not paid. Okay, the military who said they are neutralizing the ES and all those blah, 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 what are they doing? And T.Y. Danjuma told you that the military and police are colluding with these people to commit ethnic cleansing. Well, Let us continue to the end of this article. I'll explain everything here for you. Now, the situation in the southeast has reached an alarming level, with about 600 secret locations identified as operational bases for jihadist militants, stated Emeka Ume Agbandasi, chairman of the Inter-Society. I don't know whether you understand what I just read here, okay? They said that the situation in the southeast has reached an alarming level, with about 600 secret locations identified as operational bases for the jihadists. So the jihadists have 600 cells in the southeast. Ofone. So Edo people will say Ofone, it is finished. 600 cells, 600 camps of the jihadists in the southeast. So if they call up today and said, fight, tell me, where will you be? You from the southeast. You that have accused IPOB, have accused people, you have told the whole world that it was Simon Ekpa, it was Nnamdi Kanu, it was this, it was IPOB, it was ESN. Now, the whole region is under siege. You are gone. You are gone and gone forever. See, if the police and military are not colluding with these people, how can they have this level of dominion to establish 600 cells? And if you know the stories that always come out from Nigeria, you will think that no, these things are supposed not to exist. But indeed, they are existing. They are existing. Now, these groups operated in an estimated 1,000 locations across Eastern region, wielding an estimated 400,000 illicit small arms and light weapons, he added. The breakdown of the death toll across the five southeast states, according to the report, showed that Enugu State recorded 1,800 deaths between April 2016 and March 2025, with major attacks in Ugu, Onye, Ama, Ugogo, Nike, OP, and Soka, all those areas, and Nkano East. Okay. Now, also in Abia State recorded 2,000 deaths between June 2015 and March 2025, with hotspots including Uturu, Omoneochi, and what is the name of this one? Isukwato. Okay. Imo State recorded 2,100 deaths between January 2020 and March 2025, notably in Okigwe, Ono, Oguta, and Ohaji, Egbema. Okay, these are names of the places. While in Ebonyi State recorded about 1,000 deaths between June 2015 March 2025, including attacks in Isiendo, Easy, and Ohako. And Anambra State recorded 800 deaths between June 2015 and March 2025, with killings reported in Oka North, Dunukofia, and Orumba North. The report alleged that the surge in attack began following the inauguration of former President Muhammadu Buhari in 2015, accusing his administration of turning a blind eye to a growing jihadist activities in the region. But do I have problem with this report? Absolutely no. I have problem with the Southeast governors. Yeah, I have problem with the Southeast governors. The problem I have with the Southeast governors is that these people are aware of this. No governor will tell me, including Soludo, that they are not aware of what I'm saying, or what this report is saying, or what has been happening in their domains. They are aware. So why do they swing the narratives accusing IPOB? This thing will get to their house. Okay? It will get to their house. Very soon, Southeast governors will be running out of the government house. They will run out of government house very soon. Now, the article continues that in the past decade, over 9,800 people have lost their lives due to jihadi violence in the southeast, while another 10,500 were killed by military operations targeting civilians based on ethnic and religion grounds, the report added. The Nigerian military has faced criticism for its operations in the region. There is a pattern of selective law enforcement, said a local activist who requested anonymity. While jihadist groups continue their activities unchecked, innocent civilians are often labeled as terrorists and targeted. Also, the report highlighted the emergence of a coordinated jihadist alliance in Nigeria, allegedly formed in 2020 in Niger State. The alliance, according to the Inter-Society, includes Boko Haram, SWAP, Ansaru, and various Fulani militant groups. Despite widespread public outcry, there has been no official response from the Nigerian government regarding the report. The report lives yet. Now, okay, let me finish up to say the security analysts warn that without urgent intervention, the situation in the southeast may further deteriorate. Now, The issue here is that is my problem. You see, if all these things are going on, that is not the major problem. The major problem is that these people, the governments, they know what is going on. They don't even mind. They don't do anything. They don't mind. Okay? They don't mind. So they will just keep quiet and turn their blind eye to what is going on. So that is the worst part that pains me most. And that, silence is also a reply. Silence is a response. That means that these people are involved in what is going on. Let me know what you think about this. I'm Okochapi myself, talking reality, art of issues.